Hey guys, it's Jenny again. We're doing Pantry 101 part 2. And so you should have a list of everything that you store in your pantry. Hopefully you have it written down kind of specifically. Tea, green tea would be the next thing. Um, Different kinds of noodles, whatever you want to keep in here. Yes, I have my Kool-Aid even in a container. And I even have Crystal Light somewhere. I even have the little corn holders because I don't want to go through the junk jar looking for them. So when we need them, there they are. Just anything you're going to keep in your pantry, you want to have down on that list. Now, here's the fun part of part 2. Go back over that list and write down what the maximum you want to have in your pantry is. So, why the maximum? Why not what I buy? Well, if I buy 5 pounds of sugar, do I wait until, and obviously I buy more than 5 pounds of sugar. Do I wait until it's all the way empty before I buy another bag? Is it half full, or do I wait like my gas tank and it's a quarter and I'm like, oh, I gotta get some sugar? So if you got a quarter going on and you need to go to the store and get sugar, you're gonna pour in the new sugar, right? So you need it to hold what you buy plus that quarter. And if you're someone who wants to buy it at the half mark, you're going to need a container that'll hold what you buy plus half of what you buy. So write down what the max is that you keep, because otherwise you're just going to have a half bag somewhere or a gigantic container that's really too big and taking up a lot of space that you don't need. So figure out what the max is that you keep on hand for each one of the items you wrote down. And then we'll be ready to move on. But also, remember that if you buy in bulk, it's a little different, and I will show you how. Okay, so if you buy in bulk, write down the max amount you buy. So for me, when I buy my sugar, I wait till I'm on my last container of sugar. And you're thinking, what the heck? So we're going to go to my snack center in order to figure this out. Now, before we put these in, all the snacks used to be on a little bookshelf and the extras used to be in the garage. So however you store it, but I didn't want to break my back with 20 pounds of sugar. So as you can see, I have extra containers of my sugar, of my hot chocolate mix that I make myself. There's one in the actual pantry, and then there's one in here, and back behind here is my extra flour, because again, I don't want to carry 25 pounds of flour, so I just have extras back in the back. And it doesn't matter what color the lids are for these, because they're extras. I take the container and I swap the lids so that the ones in my pantry always have the same style lid or color lid. And then back here I have, and I wanted to show you this because this takes a little more thinking. All right, this is my dried onions, which I keep over with my spices and stuff when you need a little bit of dried onion in order to make my own onion soup mix. This is from our garden. I dehydrated it. So I have to figure out how much of this I want to keep on hand for the year. How much do I want to keep? I have cilantro. If you have an herb garden, you may want to think of this. I have dried zucchini. I have rosemary, parsley, and I have some peas. So all your extras can go somewhere else, but you need to think, how much is there actually being stored in your house? And then we can stop and think how much you want to have to carry at one point in time or move around, because you can put them in a small little 1-2 pound containers and have 10 of them if you want, or you can do the bigger containers and have 3 or 4 if you buy in bulk, or maybe you have a super garden and you dehydrate a ton of things. You can fix it however you want. These are raisins. We dehydrated our own grapes, got us some raisins, so I keep some raisins on hand. And there's a larger thing of raisins behind something in one of these cabinets. So write down the max amount of something you want, of what, write down the max amount, I can say this, write down the max amount of the dry goods that you want to keep in your pantry or in your cabinets or in a bookshelf or wherever you want to keep them, so that you have that number to work with when you're doing your pantry. And then you can move on to step number 3.